Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, September 20th, 2025. And this is my channel on my hobbies. Right now, that consists mostly of cross stitching, but I do sew, and I am starting to work on some quilt tops. So I've got one that I'll show you today, and I don't think I've started any of the other ones. I haven't started any of the other ones yet. I also enjoy paper crafting. I like to make greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. We are trying to grow to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I've got about 600 more to go. It's a lofty goal, but I think we can do it. Maybe. It would be fun. Let me put it that way. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad that you took the time to come back and see what I've been up to. This week I have a finish. I have a new start. And I have pulled out, I think, mostly fall and Halloween stitching, with the exception of my Sunday sampler, which is my birthday start from 2022, Land That I Love. I have a little bit of haul that I forgot to share last week from Hobby Lobby, and I also have some Stitchy Kindness Happy Mail that I will share. Let's go ahead and start with my quilt blog. What I am doing is I decided that the Autumn Nights Quilt Along through Fat Quarter Shop looked like a good project for me to tackle. And so I ordered the kit, and it came with everything that you need. It came with all of the fabric, the backing, the binding, all of that. I just have to supply the batting. And I decided that I would try my hand at putting that quilt together. I've made some mistakes, but I'm pretty happy with what I have. So last week was week 3. The new chart, or the new directions, drop every Monday. So last weekend I worked on that week's Monday chart, and it were pumpkins. So it's the same, they're exactly the same. And there's 3 of them, but I put these together, and it went together fairly easily. It's the right size, so yay me. So I'm really pleased with it. And this week, the sashing, is that what it's called? We're putting the quilt top together. Now, I'm not going to actually hand quilt this. I'm going to send it or take it to somebody. I think one of my gals at work, her mom takes her quilt tops to a gal local, like up the street from me, to have them long-armed, and I think that's what I'm going to look into. This block, I don't know. Sunday I was in a funky mood. I wasn't feeling 100%. I got this quilt block done. I was going to get so much done on Sunday. I was going to do the quilt block. I was going to work on project bags, work on fabric candy corn. And I think I stitched a little bit in the evening, and I was in slow motion for whatever reason. So I decided last weekend that I am not going to redo these blocks. My points are perfect to the edge of the fabric where I need a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I just decided, you know what? No, these ones are okay. It's the leaf one. I'm just not going to see. They're supposed to look like this, and a lot of them look like this. So I think I'm just not going to sweat it. I think, it is, oh, that bothers me though. I mean, there's about 1/4 of an inch. It's my first one in a really, really long time. I don't know. I think I have enough fabric. I could redo it. What do you guys think? Should I? I don't. Decisions. Anyway, so I did these last time. They're not perfect, but I kind of made the decision last week that I'm not going to redo these. I'm going to leave them as is. This one I love. I love that fabric. Anything on a botanical, on a dark gray or a black, well, actually any shade gray, really. And this was the first week. These came out really nice. Like, they're pretty close to where they need to be. A few little mistakes. But I thought, if I leave it alone, it's part of my quilting journey, and kind of where one of those things, like, this is where I came from, this is where I'm at now in, however many months or years that takes. So I kind of made the decision last week to not redo these. Now you can tell I'm doubting that decision, but regardless, we'll figure it out. So I'm excited to get this together today. I also am going to, I did not sew some of my finishes I wanted to do in pillow finishes. I didn't do that. I just didn't feel like doing much of anything. So this morning, last night, I did the finish. I was up kind of late. I slept in a tiny little bit. And when I say I slept in until 6:55 instead of 6 o'clock. And not even very well, because the dog kept barking. He wanted to go out. So, but I got up. I opted not to do any housework. And although I did do dishes, and I am doing towels, I can handle that. And I'm out here in the morning instead of in the afternoon after lunch. So I think my day is off to a really good start. We shall see. So that was my quilting project. I don't know if they have any kits left. But the chart is free and it's downloadable on Fat Quarter Shop. These are the fabrics that you need. It is Agatha Road collection by Fig Tree and Company. Moda fabric. I really do enjoy this fabric a lot. So there's that. Finish. I had a cross stitch finish. It's my Friday focus. So it is finally done, and I say that because I feel like it's been languishing in my pile for quite a while. But I finished Sweet by Teresa Kogut. This was a Patreon chart, ornament, February 2024. She releases 3 charts. She's got 4 levels in her Patreon. The highest level, I think, is $20 a month, and then you get all 3 cross-stitch charts. You get a coloring page that you can use to color. You can use it for regular embroidery. You can use it for punch needle. So there was that, and then also she releases an ornament in her secret shop that she'll sell for $5. So I think last year I did 11 out of 12 ornaments, and this was one of them. This piece, I decided to stitch it on 40 count Broomgrass by Bling. Oh, this does not go. There it is. Sorry. Couldn't find my board. So So it's done. I love the darker fabric that I chose. The colors look amazing. It's very prim. It is a round. I will finish it in a round, but I don't know if I'm going to make it like a hanging piece on a beaded wreath, or if I'm going to mount it on something. Something like this one. I think this came from Chantel's 141. Although she does have that new ornament set. Maybe I need to pick up the ornament set. Anyway, so it's done and I love it. That's probably a better representation of the color. This fabric is gorgeous. And I used the call for colors. So you can see there, you know, kind of, I know this was a February piece, but it's, their colors are almost like autumnal. So yeah, I got, my goal was to put this down by 11, and then I got to the point where I just had to fill in sweet and the strawberry seeds, so I stayed up, and that took me about 20-25 minutes. So I got into bed a little bit earlier, I mean later than normal, but I think it was worth it because now I have another finish. So I'm glad to have that one done. I will take this one back in today to the house and cut it out of the fabric, put the fabric back in my stash, and iron it and get it ready for whatever. I might even have ordered something. I'll have to look. But that's done. So I'm very excited. My new start, let me make sure this is my new start. Yeah. My new start is in a project bag that a viewer gifted to me last year, and her company is Star 87 Crafts. There you go. And I love this bag. I added the charm to it. I thought it went perfectly. And I started a bowl full of scaries. Scary 2. Although I don't think it's very scary. I think it's super cute. And I am using the called for flosses. This was a kit that I picked up at the attic. It was the last one. So it had just the right amount of floss that you need already put on the card for you, and all I had to do was pick a fabric. Oh, and it had a trim. It had this trim. So all I had to do was pick a fabric, and I picked the August fabric of the month from Bestitch Me. I belong to that club, and so the color was peanut, and I think this was, I do the color and I do the neutrals, and I think this one was the colored option. But I think I'm gonna love it on this fabric. And that was my start. That might be close to the color. I think it's gonna look great on this fabric. I tried to pick that a corner that had enough lightness with a little bit of the heavy modeling. just for a little bit of interest. I think the squirrel will probably go in through here, so I think it'll be okay. I mean, regardless, I think it's going to be okay anyways, but I do love it. And I was happy to get this one started. I'm hoping I can maybe get this one done by the end of the year. Maybe. I don't know. This fabric is so fun. So I was happy to find a use for this one right away. It didn't have to sit in my fabric collection. And that was my new start. I'm really trying not to do a lot of new starts. I'm not doing very well. For the bag, I think she has a shop. I know she used to. I will, if I can find it, I will link it in the description box below if you want to pick up a cute bag. I pulled out Falling by Plum Street Samplers. This one has been hanging out for a while. I got kind of bored doing the leaves, to be honest. Now I think all the leaves are done. I am using the called for floss 40 count platinum linen. So 40 counts, I stitch 1/2, 36, I stitch 1/2. Everything else I typically stitch 2/2. Unless it's an Aida, then it would be like 1 or 2/1, like square. So I finished those 2 leaves. I did that falling leaf and I did the turkey, with the exception of his eyes. His eye. It's 2 stitches. Oh, and I brought the tree trunk down. And I noticed that I have a little mistake right here. That is not where that's supposed to go. It's supposed to be, I think, 1 or 2 more over. So I'm really, really glad that I didn't go all the way down this side, because that would have bummed me out. So I have the people on their horses to do, and then the border, the turkey eye, and then I think I'm done. And I haven't decided. I think originally I thought, oh, a pillow, but I think it might be too big for a pillow. For what I want, it's really not too big for a pillow, but I'm thinking about how I decorate for fall or Thanksgiving, and it might be too big for a pillow. And they have some really cute boards out. 141, Chantel's 141 design, and Paisley's and polka dots. I also have a really cute wicker pumpkin tray that I picked up at Hobby Lobby that this might look really cute on. I don't think it would be too tall. And I also have a wooden slatted pumpkin, but I think it's whitewashed. I don't know. I should look through my things first before I go buy new. So I love it. That is more true to the colors. These are a little deeper in tone than what it's showing up here, but it's a fun stitch. I mean, I know I said I got bored on the leaves, but I think it still is overall a fun stitch. The border, it's checkered. I'm still out on the border. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. Probably should. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when I get there. We didn't do a lot after work this week because I have an ankle issue and it was really bothering me this week, so I couldn't tell you what my ankle issue is aside from the fact that it hurts. It's hard for me to go up and down stairs, and it gets swollen sometimes. And sometimes I wake up and it's swollen. So I mean, it's not in a good spot. And I haven't gone to the doctor yet. I'm kind of waiting. But by not going out and either grabbing food and bringing it in or cooking it at home, shock of all shocks, that gave me more stitching time. So I really made quite a bit of progress on We All Scream. I've had this since August of 2023. It's a tier 4 pattern, but I know that she's just released it. So if you're interested, you can now get it. And I think it's in a booklet of other Halloween themed stitches. It is so cute. I am stitching mine on, what am I stitching mine on? I think it's Sanguine. Yes, 30 count Sanguine linen by Weeks Dye Works. And this is my progress. So I almost finished this foot. I have his little toe to finish there. And I've got the handle for the jack-o'-lantern to do, but I've got his arms outlined, and I've got one leg done and the other leg about halfway done. And the tail, I finished the tail as well. And I have to do the straight stitching for his teeth. So this is working up pretty cute. I'm so happy to be past. I wasn't sure if I liked it. I think why in my head I'm thinking I don't like this is this is 30 count. I typically stitch on a 40, sometimes a 36, rarely a 32. So it's easy to stitch because it's a 30 count, but it's bigger than what I think I wanted. So as I was stitching it and I could see, okay, we've got, probably the foot's going to come to here, so it'll be about that wide. This is about halfway mark, so it's going to be double. I'm kind of thinking I don't really want to frame it to display it. I certainly don't want to make it into a pillow because I tend to, it would have to be like a big pillow that you would put on like the sofa or something, or a chair, and those pillows seem to go into the black hole of the garage and never come out again. I think it's going to be too cute to make a project bag out of it, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish it, and I think that's part of the problem. So I made the decision when I got this far, and it kind of reignited my love for this chart. I decided stitch it. You can figure it out later, and I will. So I know a lot of people are working on that one. The next one I'm going to stitch, and I haven't decided what fabric yet, is Yippee It's Halloween, which is the ornament from August of 2023. And then they also have Creepy Things. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. I'm pleased with my progress. I do not think I will get it done. I'm using all the called for floss. I don't think I'm going to get it done this year, but I think between now and the end of October, middle to end of October, I think I can make quite a bit of progress on it. Okay. Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. Trying to get through this book. I am on Ghosts and Goblins. I have finished Boo Kitties. I have finished Trick or Treat. I think I have finished The Switch. And I think I have finished this. I'm pretty sure I finished The Switch. So the only one that I have left to do are the Pumpkins and the Crow. I think why I'm struggling with what do I have finished is I went out of order on this book, I think. So, anyways, I'm using the called for, with the exception, I think I brightened up the purple a little bit. I'm using ultraviolet as my purple, and I don't know that that's one of the called for. Let me see. Oh, it is. See, lies. I am stitching this one on 40 count platinum linen. And we are almost done. So this one will probably be a Friday focus because it's seasonal and I really truly am almost done. So I added the pumpkin. I had the pumpkin stem done, but I added the pumpkin and the pumpkin face. I added the bat, and then I added the G and the O in Goblins and the G, the H, and the S in Ghosts. So I have the T and the S and the ampersand, and I have to add in the stick that the bat is flying on, as well as outline his facial features. And I think that's it. Kind of a long, narrow pillow. I'm excited about that. These are going to be pillow finishes. The other three that I finished are. Once I get this one finished, I think I will go ahead and pull this one out and separate this one and go ahead and fully finish them. Then that way I only have the one left to do and we can go from there. So this will be a Friday focus. The white is really showing up well here, but it is a little ghosty in real life, and I think that that's okay because it's Ghost. So I'm excited to have that one going. Okay. I got the urge to go ahead and stitch a piece that I'm working on for my husband. He's a big Star Wars nerd. And he's like, gosh, it's too bad we don't have a Star Wars chart that you could do for my room. And I'm like, oh, but I'm sure there are. And so I found several, and we landed on this one. And it's a tricky one. A lot of black. I am stitching this on 40 count Verdal. Is that what it is? White Verdal. Even weave. Yeah, 40 count white Verdal even weave with the called for colors. These are the called for colors. So, you know, you look at the photo and you're thinking, oh wow, black and white. No, it's got tons of grays, some purpley lavenders, a blue, a green. And to start in the middle, it was very hard for me to decipher on the chart. What I did is I loaded this up into Markup XP. I figured that would be easy. I can blow it up and I can mark my stitches as I go, which I'm doing. But if you look at the middle of the chart, it's right about here. And when I can't find it in the 38 pages of chart that I have. So I decided, okay, well, where's the middle of the top, and start there. So I folded my fabric in half, and I guesstimated as best I could, and I folded it out, and that's where I started. So that's why I'm kind of starting in this area here. So I'm really starting on page 3. My thought is to work on page 3, then go back and work on page 2, and then go back and work on page 1, because there's also quite a bit of confetti stitching around here. You can't really see it, but it's there. And it makes the design so so my daughter moved out, and my husband took over her room, and he has a Star Wars corner. And I said, I said, don't put anything up in that corner, because in 40 years when I get this piece done, you can put that there. Because I think that's how long it's going to take me. And here I am. And I had to take some out. This is actually 2 different colors, and I messed up, and I had to take some of it out. But I did that because I could not see a way to fudge it. So I just thought, take it out, do it over. And so I did. So I added some black here, and I added this color here, which is the inside of the Death Star on his helmet. So it was fun to pull this out. I'm now 0.78% done. I'm not even sure if the next time I sit down to stitch, if I'll get 1% done. It's a lot of black. I have to do it in little sections because I get tired of the black. And if it was just black stitching, that's fine, but no, there's confetti. So I stitch until I can't stand it anymore, and then I switch, to something else. But I think it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see it done. The joke is, maybe I'll finish it before we both die. So. And then in here are my extra flosses. I bought them all at the same time so I would not have to worry about dye lots, because this is probably going to take several years to complete. And so I just stuck them in a pouch, and when I run out, I'll just go into my pouch, pull out the color, put it on a floss drop, good to go. It is a project, let me tell you. Okay, last but not least, my Sunday sampler is Land That I Love. This is my birthday start from 2022, and I'm tired of it being in my stash, so the focus is to finish it. I would love to get it finished by Christmas. I don't know if that's going to happen. For sure it will get done before my birthday, because I am making really good progress on it. And I would like it. I know exactly where I'm going to hang it. It will be framed. I am stitching this on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. Oh shoot, hold on. And here it is. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, what did I do? Okay, so I did the red on this flower and this flower, and then I worked on the alphabet. This was Sunday when I wasn't feeling 100%, so really I worked on it for a few hours, and then I went to bed. I know, in a few hours, that's all I got done. I was in slow motion. Like, I even sat there and thought, do I do it? You know, the other thing that I did too, so it's not really fair, I stopped stitching on this, and I picked up my felt ornament kit that my mom got me for my birthday. It's very, very vintagey Halloween ornaments, and I cut the pumpkin out, and so that took a hot minute. Haven't started sewing on it, and I cut out the black cat yesterday, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to work up those two, and then I'll cut out the others. And then my mom calls me the other day. She's like, I know you were talking about a black Christmas tree. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, Kohl's has one, and it's on a timer, and it's this and it's that. I wound up buying a black Christmas tree. I don't think the lights are on a timer. I don't know. And it's only 2 feet, so it's not, and that's including the trunk and the base. So it is not going to be really, really big, but it will kind of help me get some things displayed. It's perfect for my craft room. It's even perfect for my office at work if I wanted to do that. I got it at Kohl's. I got it on sale, and it's on its way to me now. Okay, happy mail. Lorraine from Shanebrook Cottage did a giveaway of a project bag that she made out of a Marine uniform. If you've been here for a while, you know that my son is a Marine, and when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to have it. Apparently you can't sell it. She has an Etsy shop where she's selling a bunch of different things. Apparently you can't sell anything that's made out of a government issued uniform without a license. And how often do you find this kind of a uniform in a thrift shop? I don't know. Not very often, so she opted to just give it away. I won. I can't believe I won, but I won. And it came yesterday. And look at it. It is stunning. And then she included this cute little zipper pull on it. This is the pocket, so things can go in here. And then the inside is just, you know, a polka dot. Really, really cute. The back, your EGA, Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. So I'm really, really excited that I am the recipient of this. I showed my husband and my son, and they're both like, oh, that's so cool. And my son's like, you know what's cool about that fabric is it's flame retardant. I'm like, you mean I can put a project in here, and if the house burns down, my project will survive? He looks at me and he goes, no. And I'm like, I'll have a safe project in my Marine bag. So, anyways, this fabric is flame retardant, but I love it. Not sure what I'm going to put in it yet. Probably something patriotic, but I do love it. So thank you so much, Lorraine. I will link her shop or her channel below. If I can find her shop, I will link that as well, because she is starting to list things, I think, here pretty quickly if she hasn't done so already. Okay. Hobby Lobby. Okay, went there last Saturday. It's been a while. I picked up some things. I picked up little mini pine cone and berry picks, and these ones are kind of a bronzy gold color. So I thought, fun. I picked up mini pumpkins, so they're resin. And I thought these would be cute on a finish. I couldn't resist. And then I picked up wood bark ornaments. I feel like I have some of these already. But I think they were 50% off, so for $1, I'm like, I'm gonna get another pack just in case. I found this ribbon. It's a wire edge ribbon, and it is woven with red sparkly and sparkly on the edges. Doesn't say exactly what it is, but I liked it. I thought, okay, I need no more ribbon, but I thought you can have one roll. That's the roll I chose. And then I picked up gold metallic flakes. I picked up 2 containers of these. Again, $2.99, 50% off. And I thought, this reminds me, yeah, it's gold leafing. So I thought, there have been times where I've wanted just gold leafing. I have an autumn colored blend, so it's got the foresty greens, the burgundies, the oranges, the golds, the bronzes. But sometimes I just want gold. So I picked up 2 of these because they're branded for Christmas, and I thought if they disappear, a lot of times they come back for a couple of years, but you never really know for sure. So I picked up that. And then I picked up this pad of wintergreen Christmas paper. My friend and I are going to be spending a weekend together, first weekend in November. And we're doing that to do some scrapbooking or card making, really. And I have quite a few Christmas cards I need to make, and I just thought, let's do that. So we got a hotel room. Just so happens that the scrapbook expo is that weekend as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to peruse the vendors, and then we will. The hotel is closer to our homes, so we'll come to the hotel near our homes, and then we'll just spend Saturday evening, all day Sunday, maybe Monday morning early, just card making. And my goal is to have all of the Christmas cards that I need done, and maybe Christmas treat boxes for work. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see. But maybe I'll just do something like that for my employees. But I thought it's beautiful. The die that I want to use it's just a die cut card. I think it's a Spellbinders. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked for it yet. But it's a sleigh. And I thought this would be perfect with a sleigh on it, and then my sentiment on the front. So I picked up this pad of paper as well. Okay. Next week, well, actually tomorrow, not sure how much crafting I'm going to get done. My daughter reached out and they need help doing something hanging something at the apartment. So we are going. She has a new kitten. It's an orange tabby cat. all orange. I don't think it has very much white at all, maybe a little bit around its eyes, and that's it. And his name is Turbo, so we get to go meet Turbo. And I said, oh good, I'm bringing Bentley. So Bentley's last night with us will be tonight, and then we're going to take him and drop her off along with a couple of other things that she's asked for. So we'll be spending a good portion of the middle of the day there with her. But I'm excited to get to see her. I get to see her place. I've been seeing her boyfriend all week because he's been working in my office all week. But it'll be fun to see her and spend some time with the new kitty and help her get Bentley situated. And then I'll be down to 1 dog and 2 cats here at my house, like it's supposed to be. So I'm excited for that. Next week, there's nothing that I think I have to be at work for in the evening, so it should be a very easy crafting week for the evenings. So I'm excited about that. And then I have next weekend, and then after that we get very, very busy at work because we're hosting a pumpkin patch. I'm a little nervous about that piece. Just because my ankle has been giving me so much trouble. I don't think I can get into the doctor before then, but I am concerned. So we will see how that all goes. So October, my filming schedule will be a little off. I will still come and do videos. They'll just probably be on whatever my days off are during the week. So we'll be prepared for that. And I think that's it. Okay. Oh, it's not it. I wanted to take a minute and I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Chantel's 141 Design Company right now through the end of September, her mystery box. You can go and reserve your mystery box. I think it's about $85, and there are 5. See if I can pull it up. So the pre-order mystery box, this is her 4th year doing it, I think. The first 2 years was just a box with 10 ornaments in it. Then I guess people were giving her feedback like, well, what do I use these ornaments for? What do I finish on them? So last year she partnered with 5 designers. They chose an ornament finish and they designed a piece specifically for that ornament. She's doing it that way again this year. And the designers are, let's see if this will work, Robin Pickens, Teresa Kogut, Plum Street Samplers, Annie B's Folk Art, and Hands On Design. So you will get an exclusive chart, and you will get an ornament to go and to finish it. $85, shipping is included. You can order through the end of the month, and you'll be guaranteed to get it. Boxes will start shipping the week of October 13th, so you'll get it in plenty of time to stitch things up. It's fine. I don't think I've worked on any of mine from last year yet. Surprise, surprise. But what I did is I kitted them up. Some of them might have fabric, some of them, probably most of them don't. But what I did for sure is I took the ornament and I put it in the bag with the chart. Most of them fit, and so that the ornament for that finish for that chart they're together. So that's how I did that. They're really cute charts from last year, so I'm assuming if you like those designers, I'm sure you'll like the box. Let me see what else. I have Teresa Kogut. Let me see. Teresa Kogut has partnered with Homespun Needlework, Cross Stitch and Samplers. They are a Facebook group, and she has partnered with through Homespun Needlework. You have to be a member of their Facebook group first. So if you haven't done so, go right now, sign up, or answer the questions. They're very easy questions to answer. And then that gives you the opportunity to come in on this collaboration. She designed this adorable chart called Scarecrow Lane, and you get the sampler and those birds and the scarecrow. I can't decide if I want to stitch this as one piece or stitch the house and the pumpkins as a band, the birds as a band, and the scarecrows as a band, and finish them all in a drum finish. That would be cute. But she also included a I Love Fall Most of All drum finish that has a scarecrow. So cute. So Homespun Needlework picks an LNS and a designer, works on the collaboration together. So you can only get it through Homespun Needlework, the Facebook group. They give you a link, and you can pick it comes with, all kits will have Weeks, Dyeworks, and DMC flosses. The floss quantities are based on stitching with one strand of floss on 18 count, 36 count, and 40 count fabrics, and stitching with 2 strands of floss on 16 and 32 count. Shepherd's Needle is the LNS, and if you go and order, they're opening it up for like 3.5 weeks. It opened up on September 11th, so you only have a very short period of time. You can go ahead and order it. They will be shipping them as the orders come in. So some people are already receiving theirs. So this is a better picture. This is a better picture of what you're getting. So you get to choose your linen size count. You get finishing, you get the flosses, you get the chart. This is the drum. And this is the sampler. So I went ahead and I ordered it. Let me click on the link and go through. It's $120. You also get a mini stitching journal. It sounds like it's blank pages, but it's based on the chart, so that's good. And these kits are a pre-order, and everyone who purchases a kit will receive a kit. Once we ship our initial stock of kits, expect a slight delay in shipping as we await additional components from other small businesses working with us. We will continue to ship kits in the order they were received as we replenish the components. Please direct all questions and inquiries to Julia via the Homespun Needlework page on Facebook. So, Teresa Kogut, Homespun Needlework, and Shepherd's Needle. Cute, cute collab. I'm just waiting. So I ordered that. So those are some fun things that are going on right now. There was another piece, really cute finishing piece, and the chart, it's cute, but it's not really my style. I didn't have to have it. It was corny, and it was finished. It's a Teresa Kogut cute sampler of like an onion person and some other vegetable people riding a bike, I think, and it's on a finishing piece by Chantel's that has wheels. The finishing piece is adorable, but she's not selling that separate. And so that collab, I did go to look to see. It was $120 over $100, but they were already sold out. So I thought that's okay. And I think that's it. Okay, if you're still with me, thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Share the video, like the video, comment on the video, hype the video if that is an option for you. To hype a video, it shows up on the bottom where you would make a comment. Some of the channels that I watch, it already comes up as hype. If you don't want to hype and you just want to leave a comment, you can slide. There's like 3 little dots in that section, and you can slide it to, either way to get to the comments and leave a comment. It'll still allow you to do that. You don't have to hype the video. But I think it's a good thing from what I understand, and I think it helps to push the content out so that people can see it, and it helps with the algorithm. So hype the video, please. Comment. I do read the comments. I do respond either with a little heart icon so you know I saw it, or I also will sometimes comment back, answer questions, a few sentences of a conversation back and forth. I enjoy it. It's nice to get to know you all on a more personal level, so that's fun. And it will help grow our channel. We are, like I said earlier, trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by my anniversary date, Flosstube-versary date, Flossiversary date, which is in, I think the end of December. I think it's like New Year's Eve. So yeah, so that would be fun if we could hit that goal. That's it. Until next time, have a great weekend and happy stitching. Bye.